Hey YouTube, Chief here, back with another video for you for the OKest MTG content creator. And we got an interesting one for you today. I don't know about you guys, but I'm excited about the new Avatar set that is coming out. I'm not a really big Universes Beyond kind of guy, but I think that this set shows a lot of promise. So, yeah, Avatar is a cool IP. I wasn't a huge fan of it, but you can't deny that some of the cards in this set look really powerful, and I'm excited to talk about one in particular today that I think is going to really make an impact on multiple formats. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Here it is, the Planetarium of Tong. For 6 colorless, you get a legendary artifact with the ability that says you pay 1, tap it, and scry 2. And whenever you scry or surveil, you look at the top card of your library and you may cast that card without paying its mana cost. Do this only once each turn. And then the reminder text says, look at the card after you scry or surveil. So this to me is massive because there's so many ways to scry and surveil in the format. If it had just said scry or surveil, without saying either one, it still would have been powerful, but it says scry or surveil. So this is huge. I want to talk about some of the things you can do to fully maximize the power of this crazy legendary artifact. And the first things we're going to look at are, there's so many cards that let you scry or surveil, so let's get right into those. You got creatures like a Attentive Sunscribe, who is just a 2/2 for 1 and a white. It says whenever he becomes tapped, scry 1. And there's so many ways to get this creature tapped without attacking, and that can just lead to completely free value right off the top, which is crazy. Next one, we got Arwen Undamil. For a green and blue, it's a legendary creature, Elf Noble. It says whenever you scry, put a 1/1 counter on target creature, so there's already more scry value. This can go in the command zone, and it has for its ability for 4 in a green and blue, you scry 2. So you're going to get that scry and then pick off the top exactly what you want to cast at that moment. It's crazy. And you got cards that aren't even really that good that this artifact is going to make so much better, like Automatic Librarian, who is just for 3 colorless, an artifact creature, is a 3/2, says when he enters the battlefield, scry 2. So if you have the Planetarium in a blink deck, you can just blink this creature multiple times, get those scry triggers, get free value. I see the vision. Behold the Multiverse. It is a card with Foretell, 1 and a blue. It's an instant. It says scry 2, then draw 2. So not only you scry, you're getting free value, you're drawing cards. There's all these cards that are okay, but with the Planetarium, it's going to be so much better. We got Eyes Everywhere. It's for 2 and a blue. It's an enchantment. It says the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. Its ability for 5 and a blue is to exchange control of Eyes Everywhere and target non-land permanent. That's fine, but we really want to keep this thing around with the Planetarium in play to keep that scry every upkeep. There's a lot of things that say on your upkeep, scry 1, like Guys to the Archives. There's also, for 2 green, you got In Search of Greatness. It says, at the beginning of your upkeep, you may cast a permanent spell from your hand with converted mana cost equal to 1, plus the highest converted mana cost among other permanents you control without paying its mana cost. We don't even care about all that. We just like this last line. It says if you don't do all that, scry 1. 2 green, massive value. Laugh-Crafter's Bestiary is going to get a lot better, and I suspect maybe go up in price because it says at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. And of course, whenever you cast a creature spell, you may pay green. If you do, draw a card. So this simple 3 mana colorless artifact with the Planetarium is going to be free value every upkeep. We also got Oath of Jace. This guy's going to be perfect in Planeswalker decks. It's a legendary enchantment that says when he enters the battlefield, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards, and then at the beginning of your upkeep, scry X, where X is the number of Planeswalkers you control. It's a lot of scrying. You get your choice of what you want to play for free off the Planetarium. It's going to be huge. Also got Thassa, God of the Sea. She's a legendary enchantment creature who isn't a creature unless your devotion of blue is less than 5. Also, she has at the beginning of your upkeep, scry 1. You also got the Scarab God. This guy's great in so many different decks, but his ability to scry each upkeep and each opponent lose life equal to the number of zombies you control, that's just going to be a ton of free value. We got the Temporal Anchor for 3 and 3 blue, legendary artifact that began your upkeep, scry 2. All that other text is great, but this is all we really care about with the Planetarium. Amanatu players are going to be eating good with the Planetarium, because at the beginning of your upkeep you surveil 2. So you get to surveil, you get a free spell. Awesome. Broodheart Engine, also an artifact for Golgari. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Fantastic. Case of the Shifting Visage is a enchantment case that says at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. And then we have this room. We don't really care about the central elevator side, but the Promising Stair side says at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. And it cares about rooms. If you have 8 or more different names unlike the doors or rooms you control, you win the game. But mainly just another way to surveil on your upkeep. Next, we got Essence Anchor. It's a great artifact that says beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. I got this when Tarkir Dragonstorm came out, and it's about to get a lot better in my Taval deck, that's for sure. Also, Mind Whisker, a rat wizard for 2 and a blue, says at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. Urg, Spawn of Turg from Edge of Eternities. At the beginning of your upkeep, he says you get to surveil 1. Unshakable Tail from Murders of Karlov Manor. A lot of people didn't like this set, but the zombie detective says when he enters at the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. It'd be great with the Planetarium. Brain in a Jar. For 2 colorless, you get this weird artifact that says pay 1, put a charge counter on Brain in a Jar, and then you may cast an instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Brain in a Jar from your hand without paying its mana cost. But we really care about this second ability. Pay 3, remove X charge counters from Brain in a Jar, and scry X. So a repeatable way to scry and get that free value off the Planetarium. Next, we got Celeborn the Wise. I think the elf decks have so many ways to scry that the Planetarium is going to be a must-add. Because it says whenever you attack with 1 or more elves, you scry 1. Crystal Ball for 3 colorless. It's just a repeatable way to pay 1, tap it, and scry 2, and get that free value off the Planetarium. Sylvan Anthem. Green creatures you control get +1/+1. It's already good for 2 green. But whenever a green creature enters the battlefield under your control, you scry 1. Twist and Turns from Lost Caverns of Ixalan. It's an enchantment that says if a creature you control would explore, instead you scry 1, and then that creature explores. So just lots more ways to scry. Get that free value. Treasure Map. 2 colorless. Pay 1, tap, scry 1. Put a landmark counter on it. We don't care about all that. We just like the ability to scry multiple times and get lots of free value off of our Planetarium. So that's just a handful. There are so many other ways to scry or surveil in Magic. I think the first thing that came to my mind is how much better the scry lands are. We already know surveil lands are great. They're very expensive, but the scry lands are okay. Scrying's probably not as powerful as surveilling, but now this can make those scry lands way better. So let's take a look. We got Crystal Grotto, a colorless land that says when it enters, scry 1. So this could mean that you're going to have just free value off of these scry lands, just free spells. We also got Sulfur and Void. When it enters, scry 1. It's a colorless land. Very simple. Isolated Watchtower, a repeatable way to scry actually. Colorless land, and pay 2, tap it, and scry 1. You reveal the top card of your library if it's a basic land. Put it on the battlefield tapped. It has a restriction where you activate it only if an opponent controls at least 2 more lands than you, but hey, that doesn't matter. You get to scry no matter what. Path of Ancestry. This land enters tapped. I think Path of Ancestry is already a good land, but this is going to make it so much better, because now if creatures with the same type as your commander are cast with this land, you get to scry 1.
Music licensing
Rumble Arena.
reimagined.
This one's coming out in the Avatar set. It is a land with vigilance, which kind of plays into the earthbending mechanic coming out, turning your lands into creatures. But more importantly for this video, when this land enters scry 1. And then, of course, Temple of Abandon is just one example of all of the multicolored. There's so many of these scry lands that enter tapped, but now not only are they going to tap for red or green for you, you get to scry 1 with your Planetarium artifact and possibly cast something for free. We also got commercial district. Here's one of the surveil lands. Of course, there's multiple color combos with these lands as well. They're kind of expensive, but now the surveil's even better.
Music licensing reimagined.
Also got Hidden Grotto from Bloomborough when it enters Surveil 1. Kishla Village. There's multiple lands of this type that have a repeatable way for you to scry or surveil. There's just one of them. Pay 3 and a green, tap it and surveil 2. Also got Ominous Asylum. Very similar. Pay 4 colorless, tap and surveil 1. And finally, a colorless surveil land. That's Takasia's Dig Site. Pay 3, tap it to surveil 1. And that's pretty much what I got for you today. I'm just so excited about the Planetarium of Tong. I think it's going to be such a fun card. You can build around the scry mechanic or surveil mechanic and just do so much with this artifact. Get so much free value. Yes, it only happens once each turn, but that free value can just add up and overwhelm your opponents. And in general, I'm way more excited about the Avatar set than I thought I would be, because I kind of wanted to ignore it. After Spider-Man, I was a little disappointed, but I can't deny there are some powerful and very interesting designs in this set, and I think it's going to be enjoyable, so looking forward to it. And with all that out of the way, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If so, please comment, like, subscribe, share, all the YouTube things. And until next time, I'll bring you guys another one as soon as I can. But until then, y'all have a good one.